Most people don't like to change. People often resist change. But change is inevitable. So we should embrace change and be willing and consistent. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is Soul Talk with Cash, and this is where we take control of our thoughts and tailor them to make lasting positive impacts on our lives. Today we're going to be talking about change. Changing a habit or changing anything is a process, but how long does it take to change a habit? Studies suggest that it takes anywhere from between 21 to 28 consecutive days to form a new habit, and about 66 days for this habit to become automatic. Another study also suggested that it can take anywhere from between 18 days to 254 days. When our brains have been programmed by a routine over a while, we form habits. These habits become a part of who we are. So then, if you want to change something, you must be deliberate and implement the changes that you need to make. So many individuals want quick and easy ways to change. Some people want to drink a shake or some herbs to lose weight fast. Others want to read one book or watch one motivational video, and they believe that that will make the change that is necessary for them. But if they are not consistent in making these changes, then it will not happen. If you make excuses for a habit that you desire to change, likely it will not change. I was reading one of John Maxwell's success articles, and he said, when you excuse what you are doing and you excuse where you are and you allow exceptions, you fail to reach your potential. It is impossible to turn excuses into possibilities. And I believe this because if we don't take responsibility for where we are, if we don't take responsibility for who we are, then you will not be determined and willing to do everything possible to make the necessary changes. Most people don't like to change. People often resist change. But change is inevitable. So we should embrace change and be willing and consistent. Remember that in doing, we are becoming. Meaning, the more we commit and make the necessary changes, we are becoming like what we practice. Here are 6 steps about the change process that you must understand to change anything in your life, whether it is a habit or whether it is your way of thinking. The first stage has to do with pre-contemplation. At this stage, there is no intention to change a behavior. You may not be aware that something needs to change, and you do not have to experience trauma or severe pain in order to want to change something about yourself. You can start assessing your life and examining those areas where you would like to be better. This is necessary to satisfy that human need of self-actualization. Self-actualization is becoming the best person you can be. You may not know what needs to change, but because there's this desire, you want to become the best version of yourself, there's always something within us that is looking for growth and the opportunity for growth. So you can start reading about an area that you wish to change or educating yourself about that, getting information about that. Using myself as an example, I weigh about 150 something pounds and I am 5'7", but I have a very sedentary lifestyle. I have a job that requires me to be at a desk or around a computer almost all day. And You know, in our society, most of us, if we want to get from point A to point B, we tend to drive around. Now, I know that this is not a sustainable form of lifestyle, and if I want to be healthier and to live longer, I know that I have to do something about that. At that weight and that height, persons may think there's no need to exercise, you're perfectly fine. But for me, I recognize that that is something I need to work on. And so I have implemented an exercise routine, becoming aware of where I'm at. I have a weekly exercise program because I am aware of the impact that exercise can have on the longevity of my life. I decided to incorporate this in my routine. So that's the first stage in terms of the pre-contemplation, and I became aware and I implemented something to do so. Now the contemplation stage has to do with acknowledging that there is a problem. You may not be committed to make a change at this stage, but if you acknowledge that there is a problem, then you would need to find a solution for that problem. What is necessary at this stage is to create an awakening or a desire for something better in your life. Let yourself envision the benefits and be enthused about the journey towards the change. Allow your mind to absorb and embrace the process. The next phase has to do with determination and preparation. For the change to take place, there must be a plan. Ensure that you know how you're going to get the process done, how you're going to achieve your goal. You need to know how you are going to proceed. And so this is where you implement a strategy. I have a morning routine of getting up about 4:30 in the mornings. Before now, I was a late sleeper. If I get up before 5 o'clock, my body would feel exhausted as if I did not get enough rest. And 6 o'clock would have been nice. However, when you have work to go and you think about the traffic and the travel time, then you know you have to get up a little earlier. So for me, I was comfortable getting up at 6. However, with these changes that I have implemented, I've started getting up about 4:30 in the morning so that I can accomplish these plans that I have put in place. And I start my morning with devotion, read the scriptures for about half an hour, and then the next half an hour I exercise, and then after that then I get ready for work. I have to prepare myself so that this can be realized. As a part of the preparation stage, I pack my bag, I pack those things that I need for the following day the night before, and I ensure that some of those duties are taken care of before, so that when I get up there will be no hindrance. Putting the plans in place, that's good and well, but you need to take actions on those plans, and that's the next stage. Taking action. By taking action, you are actively modifying the behavior. You are actively creating a new habit. You want to do this as often as you can. For my exercise program, I aim for at least 5 times per week. I am training my mind that these steps are important to me. I am training myself that this is now becoming my new routine, and it's becoming a part of who I am, being disciplined to get up that time. And sometimes when I may get up late, if I don't do half an hour, I try to do like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, but I still do something. And if you don't get to do what you intend to do in the time that you have scheduled, you can find another time throughout the day to incorporate that. The next phase is maintenance. I must continually build on this routine. I must challenge myself daily to ensure that I am sticking to my actions. and I keep going. And this is how you build momentum. When you get started on something and you continue to do it, you implement that new way of approaching things and this new way of taking action. And so that is a part of the maintenance phase. You have to develop that intrinsic motivation that you need to keep you going. Be your own cheerleader. Encourage yourself and give yourself positive self-talk. Not all the time you're going to want to do what you've committed to do, but you cannot always rely on external factors to influence you in this area or other people to be a part of your cheerleading team. The most important motivation is that which comes from within. Be obligated to yourself to make the changes that you desire to make. And if in my plan I have missed one of this scheduled exercise program, I try to incorporate that in my day. If I go to work early, I walk around on the compound to get myself moving, because I know that I'm training my mind in something new, and it's going to take some time for me to do what it is that is necessary to form this new habit or have this new behavior. But you must be consistent, and that's what the maintenance phase is all about. John Maxwell also said that motivation gets you going, but discipline keeps you growing. That's the law of consistency. The next phase is relapse. This occurs when something unplanned may come up, and this actually throws you off your routine. And it's very easy to get comfortable because our bodies, our minds are well used to not doing this particular thing that we are trying to implement. It's so easy to fall off track and to go back to those old behaviors. But when we recognize this, we need to ensure that we get back on track and revisit that plan and keep on going. And you need not to be despondent, but recognize where you're at, deal with the consequences, and move forward. You must also plan to eliminate or reduce those factors that are contributing to you falling off track. Sometimes it takes a mindset shift to get going. Get back on your schedule and continue the journey. Also remember that this change that you're planning to make, it's a process, and everyone will be at different stages of this change process. But don't give up. Commit yourself to it. Give yourself time and be consistent in those behavior modification that you intend to make. Be sure to give this video a like. Share it with someone who you believe may benefit from the processes that I have outlined in this video. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And turn on your notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be the first to know. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.